I don't think I'll ever understand the plans that form in that head of yours, Flower. I was prepared to start an all-out war, but you? Well, you've already devised a plan to destroy them economically. For this region you've been eyeing, that's your homeland's breadbasket, yes? And trying to claim it through diplomatic means should be impossible. Your country has to know their market would soon crumble if they give it up. But here we are, riding comfortably each in the negotiation table. I suppose you knew those people have been restless. That land was once my kingdom centuries ago. One of my forefathers traded it for a diamond mine that's since gone dry. Well, it looks like the desert moved and that land grew affluent over the years. But the people still held the desert sands in their hearts, it seems. It's in their blood. Their children still grow up hearing lullabies from my kingdom. All they needed was a little push. I just didn't expect you to be so sneaky about it. Usually when you hire mercenaries, it's for a war, not for settling in among commoners and being vocal about the political failings of their ruling class. And better yet, based on the reports, they didn't even need to fabricate any grievances. It just reminded the people of what they'd already noticed. Higher taxes, strict traditions, a crown that grows foreign with each decree and seems to forget what the region is good for. And that rumor you spread about the leopard cloaks was a nice touch. You made us sound like some kind of deities who received an oracle from my ancestors. But I have to admit, it did drive the final nail in. Led them to cutting off entry from their own kingdom and sending their governor to my doorstep pleading for annexation. Seems a kingdom can't control its people when they begin to panic. Well, tomorrow should be a good day, And by the way, will Valerain be there? I want to see his face after your refusal. I'm sure he never expected that his proposal would fail. Seems he didn't know you at all. Childhood friend. Though your reply was very poetic, and I had no trouble cutting trades with his land and sealing all the roads his merchants used to pass through ours. Oh, the letters we received. I'm sure he was screaming about betrayal, broken contracts, but since we broke no policies... And then he tried to appeal to your emotions and said you'd abandon your homeland, but... Anyway, do you have the papers ready for tomorrow? The ones that state that the land was merely a loan until the mine went dry, and thus should be returned to us? I can't believe you stole those from your own kingdom's archives. Oh yes, I know it wasn't you who stole them. Your sister just happened to find them in the royal library and accidentally sent the originals as they pertain to your historical research. Anyway, you need rest. I know you haven't been sleeping. Here, lean on me, I'll make sure your head doesn't bang into the glass. We'll have a busy day tomorrow, and it'd be a shame if the star of the show wasn't looking her best. Now, from the whispers I heard on the way here, it sounds like the ministers are doing most of the work around here. I doubt your father will even grace us with his presence. They'll be directing their questions to me, of course. This hall was never built to hear a woman's voice. But let them pretend. You've already shifted the floor beneath their feet. They know it's your research, your organization that brings this meeting to be. Ah, here we are.
Presenting His Excellency the Right Honorable Percival Halvain, Prime Minister of the Realm, Keeper of the King's Counsel, and Voice of the Crown.
Ah, greetings, King Azramel.
Minister Halvain, it's a pleasure. Right, let's not waste any time. Noble Minister and Lords of this great nation, you have called us here to discuss peace, bearing the grievances of your own people and proposals alike. We have heard from your people their pleas and have conducted our own investigation. It seems centuries ago, this land, the one in which you now cultivate all your grain, was traded in good faith, but the mine for which it was exchanged has long since run dry, and the people left behind, well, they've not forgotten where they came from. The land in question was meant to be leased, with the land to be returned upon equal value gained with the diamonds in the mine. The value stolen has already been paid 10 times over, and the people desire to be returned to their homeland.
Your Majesty, King Azramel, your words as ever are measured and deliberate. We of the Crown hear your grievances and acknowledge your passion for the people. It is undeniable that times have changed since our forebears first laid claims to the mines, yet your account, though stirring, paints a portrait rather of nostalgia than of present realities. The people you seek to reclaim have flourished under the guidance and protection of our crown, and surely your majesty would not discount their prosperity in favor of sentiment alone.
Huh! Prosperity. In the time you've owned that land, you've taxed them heavily and pressured them to abandon their ancestral rights. They still sing the songs and practice the traditions of my lands, and yet you would have them forget.
Your Majesty, we are not deaf to the idea of cultural practices, of course, but you understand, granting autonomy without regard for governance risks disorder, and we are a nation that prizes stability above all. I trust you will appreciate that the Crown has the welfare of all subjects in mind, even those who once belonged to your realm. So, I ask your Majesty, are you prepared to consider terms that reflect the realities of the present, rather than the ideals of the past? Surely a king of your wisdom can see the virtue in compromise for the good of all parties.
Listen, we ask not for blood, only reparations for what has been lost, and cultural autonomy for those who wish to return to our fold, especially considering that there is documentation signed by the rulers of your kingdom allowing as such. We offer peace, trade, and shared prosperity. But be warned, our sugar exports are now reserved for those who treat our people as kin.
I understand your sentiments, your Majesty. Pray, just one moment. I shall have the Royal Archivist come and verify your claims.
Take what time you need. Your sister did leave copies in the archives, correct? Good. Do you see the looks he's giving you? I think these fools are as scared of you as they are of me. Seems they might have some common sense after all.
All rise for His Majesty King Aldred Vaethra Drakemont,
Well, would you
Lord
look
of
at that?
Drakemont and
The
ruler
old
of the
man is
Eastern
here.
Realm.
Ah, your Majesty, I wasn't aware that you were going
I
to
see
become...
you've deemed it necessary to visit my court personally, son of Zamir. Greetings, your majesty. Your presence honors us. Though if you need mention my father's name, I would prefer the title Slayer of Zamir. All the same, Azramel of Meriden. It seems your court has become far too comfortable in its illusions of propriety. I have observed with growing concern how your alliances shift like the sands of your desert, and how easily the counsel of foreigners is entertained in your halls. I should think you would know, your majesty, that wise counsel is to be welcomed, regardless of its origin. Wise counsel? And is it wisdom that would drive one to meddle in the personal affairs of a peaceful neighbor's nobility? I refer, of course, to the case of the Honorable Duke Valeraine, a gentleman who has served his country with distinction. Yet even he is placed in a most compromising position as your queen, by her own choice sought to turn him against his sovereign and his nation. A perilous act, Azramel, though I trust you will appreciate the Duke's steadfastness, as he rejected her advances, preserving both his integrity and the security of his homeland. Seems that bastard Valeraine's been busy. And yet I see the careful adornments, the jewels, the ornate furs, and the subtle gestures of influence. These are no mere ornaments, they are tools, wielded with intent, intended to charm, boy. To manipulate, perhaps to bend your very will. I speak plainly, Azramel. I have long suspected meddling beyond what is natural in your queen. And what exactly are you attempting to imply with such words? Well, it is simply the natural conclusion of observance, the uncanny ability to sway minds without overt command. The whispers of witchcraft that follow her are only logical, given the facts. Be careful with your words, old man. Therefore, I must declare it explicitly. Unless there is satisfactory explanation for these occurrences, I will instruct the court to investigate thoroughly, and send word to the High Church of Elisor. Let it be known that all measures to protect the realm will be taken, and if sorcery is at work, I shall see it condemned, with the full authority of Drakemont. Simply absurd. You enter here, insult me and my wife, and you think
I shall leave the details of the procedure to Minister Halvain.
Of course you do.
My business lies elsewhere, and I cannot linger in courtly distractions.
What could possibly be more
Azramel,
important?
consider this a warning, boy. It is the actions of your queen I question, yet they reflect upon your judgment.
Turning tail and leaving destruction in your wake, I see. How convenient to let all the difficult work fall to your ministers, and yet you dare accuse my kingdom of instability.
Until next we meet,
What a glorious
Azramel.
king indeed. Ugh, I don't know why I'm wasting my breath. The old man's probably hard of hearing anyway. And you know what will become of following your king's orders, correct? Are you ready for the consequences?
Well, King Azramel, the concerns of His Majesty are justly...
Shut up!
Okay.
I expect to hear a satisfactory answer by the morning, or it shall be war. Come, Flower. Let us retire to our room. Be prepared. As soon as we get back to our room, we're getting changed and heading straight to the northern border. Well, yes, we can't head back west to our country. They would likely have the border locked down by the time we got there anyway. We're heading to the Holy Kingdom. It'll be better to appeal the king's words and prove your innocence to the head of the church instead of waiting for the king to find some corrupt priests to pay off. Yes, I'm aware it won't be easy, but I have a duty to keep you safe. At least it's not anything new. It's not like we're foreign to dressing up as commoners and slipping past royal guards. Except, of course, we're not normally trying to sneak past a border. And this time we'll have to take one of the guards with us as well, thinking we should bring Sahim. Yes, I know, but that's why no one will think he's a royal guard. The others would draw too much attention. And if no one else sneaks out with us, then no one will be able to report back to Meriden. Anyway, if we move quickly enough, we should be able to pass through the capital gates before a lockdown takes effect. Well, these horses won't win us any races, but they'll get us past the gate if we treat them kindly and lie well enough. It's a shame we couldn't just grab our own, though.
Yeah, I doubt they'd pass for field horses, though. Those things are obviously bred for war.
Sahim, get back under the blanket. I can already see the gate.
Whatever you say, Your Majesty. Probably gonna see me anyway.
I'll figure something out if that happens. Anyway, it was clever of you to pack extra Drakemont commoner clothes. Did you suspect something was going to happen, or were these for the visit to the bakery you were planning to show me? Little of both, huh? Well, I didn't expect things to go quite this poorly. And turn to your side a little bit. The bow you're wearing on your back is a little off. Let me fix it. There we go. Just because you're supposed to be a farmer's wife doesn't mean you can't look neat. Oh, come on. That wasn't just an excuse to get close. You're my wife. I could get close. Shut up, Sahim. Alright, just let me do the talking. And act a bit hungry and weak for me. That'll hide the obvious royal appearance you have beneath that cloak.
Out a bit late for a hunt, aren't you?
Well, hunger doesn't wait for time of day, sir. We weren't able to sell enough today, so we're attempting to catch what we can.
I suppose that's the way things have been around here lately. Well, make sure not to miss them. Maybe I'll buy some off you if you catch enough.
Aye, that would be a blessing, sir. Thank you for the offer. I'll see you in a couple hours.
Oi, what's with the bloke in the back?
Oh, it's my brother, sir. Tired from working the fields all day.
Well, that sounds about right. But you're a good man. I'll be making my brother tally the bait.
Don't you worry, sir. I'll be putting him to work soon enough.
Aye, no rest for the weary. Get on then. Good luck.
A message from the Crown. You are to stop all foreign dignitaries from leaving the capital, by order of the High Court.
Ha! Well, they wouldn't come through here. It's the poor man's gate. Not to mention it's in the wrong direction.
Well, that was a little closer than I'd like. Let's pick up the pace. We may be out of the capital, but we're not out of the woods yet. Sahim, once we get around the corner, you can hop out and take the smaller horse. Take her as fast as she'll go.
Sounds like a plan. But hey, now that I'm your brother, do I get a title or some land or something?
How about this? If I've got soldiers ready and waiting for me when I get back to Meriden, you'll get a raise, and I'll have the cook make you a personal tray of baklava.
Yep, that'll do.
Alright, get moving.
Alright, good luck, Your Majesties. Let's go, girl.
Well, I'd heard that Lucien II was a reasonable man, but I wasn't expecting to be invited in immediately after giving our names to the knight at the nearby church. Make sure you keep that dagger of yours hidden, Flower. The holy knights fight with more than just blades.
Father Lucien, the King and Queen of Meriden for you. Ah, my children. The goddess spoke of your arrival. As did your father, girl. When the letter came, I nearly laughed. Witchcraft, really. That was the best he could come up with.
Yes, Your Grace. That was what we were here to speak with you about.
Oh, don't trouble yourself. I remember her visits as a girl. You cried when you found a bird with a broken wing in the courtyard. Asked if the goddess would heal it. A witch does not ask for miracles, she merely tries to force them. Oh, well, but rumors must be answered. Even the sun casts shadows. Come, we'll conduct the holy rite. If you were truly a witch, you would burn in the goddess's presence. Come, my children. This flame was given to us by the goddess eons ago. Come, girl, step into the fire. It shall not burn you if you are her children.
Fret not, Flower. I will enter with you. Odd. It's not even warm. It's like it's not even there.
Excellent. Not a trace of darkness. You two are truly blessed. Oh, it's an odd color. Were you two not wed in a church in your country?
Oh, no, sir. We didn't have the time. We were wed on paper and had a small celebration for the people.
Ah, for all the grand declarations. The two of you never wed before the goddess. Come, let the divine sanctify what the world has tried to tear apart. Did you forget that the goddess bestows minor blessings during marriage rites?
I have, never witnessed that for myself, sir. I always assumed that the blessing was the spouse themselves. Like more of an analogy.
An analogy. Kids these days. Well, anyway, stand before the flame. Allow me to speak the rites. I'll give you the brief ones.
Well, thank you, sir, but we can't stay too long.
May your body not fail when your heart is full. For war and for love.
Is that it?
Well, I said it would be brief. Now, let's use the scroll to see what you got.
What do you mean?
Here, your majesty, we'll do you first. Here you are, son. This should aid you in the war to come.
Oh, it is a genuine boon. You weren't kidding. Increased stamina. Huh. That will be useful.
And now for your queen. Here you are, dear. Oh, you're very lucky. This one doesn't come around often.
That sounds good. What is it?
We've all right to privacy, my dear. I'll keep my mouth shut for the time being, but you shouldn't keep it from him too long. He is your spouse.
Oh, by the goddess, is it that late already? Well, thank you for your time, Father Lucian. I'm afraid we must return to our kingdom at once.
Wait, one moment, son. The goddess does not tolerate those who dress evil in holy robes, and King Drakemont attempted to use the church to commit an act of terror, and regicide no less. Surely this is a heavy crime against the goddess, and ought to be punished. Though we have long sided with Drakemont as an ally, it unfortunately seems that our amity must come to an end for the time being. So, for you both, you have my voice, my banner, and 10 of my finest knights. Our country will stand with you.
Are you sure, Your Grace? A single holy knight is like an army on their own. Are you sure you're willing to part with 10?
Well, the knights only move when the innocent are threatened. And after hearing of the situation, some of the younger ones are itching for a fight anyway. This is what they've been trained for. And plus, this old man is no stranger to diplomacy. I hear those who treat your people as kin get first pick at your sugar exports.
I suppose sugar is not against your vows?
Well, anything in excess can be a vice, my boy, but a man can indulge himself in a treat every once in a while. Anyway, back to the important matter. I shall send word to Drakemont concerning your innocence, my dear, and my priest will be spreading word of your father's deceit by nightfall.
That will be very much appreciated, Your Grace.
King Azramel, there's a man who wishes to speak with you. Hey, boss.
Sahim, how on earth are you here?
Oh, don't worry. I just swapped horses at all the checkpoints along the border, without sleeping. But I made my report to the first set of guys, so Capital should know by now. We should be good.
Right, but why are you here?
Oh yeah, new rumor through Drakemont. Unfortunately, it sounds like Princess Elwyn is missing. I know that your sister has been a helpful ally to us, my queen. I figured it was only right to come tell you.
Well, you're right, Flower. She is a smart girl. It's very likely she found a good place to hide. Either way, we should pick up the pace.
Go with the goddess, my children, and hopefully it shall not be long before we next meet. Alright, let's get moving.
Sahim, if you follow us now, you're going to fall off your horse halfway to the border. Hang back and get some sleep.
No, I'll be fine. I've done this one
Father
before.
Lucian, can you prepare a room for my guard, please?
No, I'm
Of
fine.
course, son.
Right this way, my boy. Okay.
Let us go, Flower. Our kingdom awaits.